What up, my people? I go by the name T-Ram, aka the stylish rapper, aka Conscious, aka Fire, aka what I say, BBB. You watching Davcadotv. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. Alright.
Are they reconciling streaming numbers with non-streaming platform popularity, with street credibility, plus on-air play? How is that reconciliation done? And so for me, I think it's a bit cumbersome, unless, of course, there's some proper education as to how they are really reconciling all these metrics in determining how a popular song is or what.
Who has a question for you?
So Arnnord, I mean, based, you said you've been following the scheme from day one, yes. Right? And
yes.
and my question is, you see, they've had a system from day one, right?
Okay.
And streams, I'll just say, just came up. I would say 2-3 months ago, but it's been here for a minute now.
Yes,
you don't think that all the questions that you've raised, they might have considered that? Because if you look at the on-air play popularity of the song, again, I've always had issues with popularity. Yesterday I was with the people, told them that, look, if you look at the way the map of Ghana is, the north is bigger than every other region that you can, and recently your people came and they say they want to split the place. I don't know how successful they've been.
Yes.
But if you look at it, the northern part of Ghana is very huge. So imagine a Fancy Kadam or Macasio there, who releases a song and it's very huge in that region.
Very popular.
Very popular in that region. Then it doesn't make it here.
Yes.
How does one from that place enter into a scheme of popular song or popular artist or maybe even artist of the year? Because if you look at where they dwell or operate, they are huge. So I'm saying that asking some of these questions, I think that the scheme might have considered all these things and added on, because like I said, you say it's cumbersome, but still this is where we are now. So I'm thinking that they might have done that. And for somebody of your caliber who's followed this thing for a while, maybe you should know.
No.
What do you think?
Then you are not actually listening to me. I'm not worried about the consideration. You understand? I am telling you that for somebody who has been part of the scheme, I am not aware. You understand? And apart from me being part of the scheme, I'm an observer, I'm a journalist, I'm a stakeholder, if you can put it that way. I am not aware that streaming numbers has now become an element of determination of what a popular song is. Boo. I mean, let's be honest. Are you aware that since the award started, streaming numbers has become an integral part of the criteria being used? Have you been informed as an artist manager, as a record label owner? Are you aware? No, you are not.
So Arnnord, let me just interject. I've not been informed officially, but based on what is happening now, I know that definitely that will be part of it. And plus, listen, this year when they were doing the they were putting out the asking for people to bring their stuff for submission. There was another form that they added. And all those things were listed. So I don't know if you followed that.
Boo. The question is
that is also communication. You understand? For everybody that's made some submission, they will know that this time they're looking at streams, they're looking at whatever, and they're asking you to actually bring it so that they will confirm it. So it's not like they sat there in their office and went out to now go and look at whose stream is doing what. I don't know if you get my point.
I get your point. The award scheme has a literature backing it. I don't know if you are aware that the scheme is 100% popularity based. As to when it was changed to numbers, I am not aware. That communication has not been communicated to the biggest stakeholders of the awards, which is the general populace.
Arnnord, numbers. You see, numbers are part of popularity, right? Isn't it part?
Wait, I am telling you that in the last couple of years, the literature that backs the award is popularity based. It has never changed to numbers.
Go on. Arnnord, please try and educate me on this, because as I said here, popularity is numbers.
How do you judge popularity?
Yeah, popularity is numbers because if an artist is blowing up in Accra has how many people? What? 5 million. Good. Yeah. 5 million people. And,
5 million
and an artist is blowing all over Ghana. That's like your 29 or 30 million people. That is numbers. So that's how I'm looking at it.
That's fine, but that is hypothetical. So, for example, Slim. That's
yes.
I gave you an example. You see, now you are being hypothetical that, popularity is about numbers. But over the years, we did not consider popularity to be numbers. You can be hypothetical about it. But anybody who has followed the awards over the period, when we talk about popularity, it's how loud the song has been over the period or within the year under review. How prevalent the song has been in the year under review. The excitement it generates the year under review. It has never been putting a cap or numbers to it. So hypothetically, you may think, popularity has to do with numbers. But now they are telling us that there's supposed to be a cap, a numbers cap. That's okay. So the question I'm asking is, how many streaming numbers are you supposed to get before we say, okay, this song is popular? Boo, can you tell me?
Okay, so Arnold, I think you're taking the number thing literally.
No.
No, wait. So no, there's no cap. There's no you need to have 500 million streams to be whatever. Yeah, because if somebody gets 500 million streams, somebody else will get 700 million, and whoever got the 700 million and other stuff, obviously becomes. So there's no cap.
No.
I can't hear.
I think once
has been stated clearly that we are using streaming numbers as a yardstick for popularity. Now, tell me, is 100,000 units classified as popular? Is 50,000 classified as popular? Is 30,000 classified as popular? That's the question you need to ask. And the question I'm asking is, how many streaming platforms are being used to actually compile and say, okay, we use 6 streaming platforms. We use all the streaming platforms in Ghana to actually compile our popularity contest. These are valid questions. And I'm saying the general populace, if you like, open the phone line and ask anybody who has followed our work as a member of the public whether they are aware. For all you know, because you are an artist manager, you know. But the biggest stakeholders who are the public, they are not aware.
Listen, Arnold, sorry.
Let's just last question and then we'll
okay, so Arnold, my last one, so you can go. Listen, look.
I did hear.
the biggest stakeholder is somebody like me and yourself and everybody else, right? And numbers. Look, when we say popularity, how again are we going to determine if somebody?
If we don't add numbers,
yes,
I don't have a problem.
You understand? And sales. Before they were using sales in charts, and yesterday you chronicled.
Yes.
Was it yesterday? No. Okay. So you were talking to me. Yes. Yeah. You said to me you chronicled all these things in your submission to me yesterday.
Yes.
And all these things boil down to numbers.
Back then, I'm sure we couldn't put a specific number to, let's say, a song generating some buzz or a certain excitement around it. Yes. So I'm sure that's where Arnnord is coming from. But once Robert is here, we would like to give Robert a chance to respond.
Quickly and then move.
Okay.
You know, in the first 5 or so years when we were doing the awards, the criteria that we used was chart positioning and then album sales. And so what they did, and I told Boo yesterday that one of the guys who used to do the legwork for Shattawale was Shanson Blankson. And if anybody knows Shanson Blankson, he can be called. So Shanson Blankson would actually go to the distribution centers and pick the actual numbers. And so you actually knew the numbers. So if you say, okay, Ofra Posa sold this number of units, that number sold this number of units. So with that data in front of you, you can easily compile your category, list or your nomination list easily because you have the numbers in front of you. So we moved away from that. In the last 15 years, it's just been popularity without paying attention to numbers. Now I'm saying that. Now they say streaming numbers has become an integral factor in determination. How did we get there? How do you reconcile the streaming numbers? What's the cap? I'm only asking for education because as far as I am concerned, and a lot of members of the general public are not aware of this change. It's as simple as that.
Okay, Arnnord, thanks a lot for joining us this morning. We hope to get back to you if we get any challenges along the way.
Yes, boss.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Another Asamoah critic joined us on the phone, and he spoke at length. Some of the issues buzzing with VGMA 24. Robert is also in the building. Robert, Chairman, everything cool?
We are good, Chief.
Have you heard the conversation?
I've heard.
Okay. So the Arnnord's issue has to do, number one, with communication. He talked about the fact that if anything had changed with respect to certain categories or even the whole scheme in general, metrics that you guys use in judging or cutting off or shortlisting certain songs, it should be put out there, because he feels certain artists actually work to get an award. They actually put in a lot of work to get there. So if it has changed or it had changed, there should be some form of communication. Also, he also believed that there are certain things that you can't actually put numbers to, or that he was talking about. Certain things like excitement generated around the song. You can't put numbers to it. How do you feel about his statement so far?
Arnnord it follows the VGMA scheme,
yeah,
and that's clear. And the truth is, I understand what he's saying, but I think that there are a few things that he's missing. And somebody of his stature, I would think that a conversation of this, for example, let me just get straight to the points.
Go straight.
So, one, what is popularity? I don't want to even beat about it. Let's just go straight to the point. Popularity. So, a clear definition of popularity says that the state or condition of being liked, admired, or supported by many people. The key word here is what? Many people. When you say many people, with respect to music, and we are talking about you being popular, it means that we are talking about the base that are connecting with you, are feeling your vibe. How do you determine that? By using metrics to be able to evaluate and say, okay, so based on this, we believe that many people are following you. So that's one of the key things that clearly explains your popularity. Now, if you come to the scheme, there is competition, an unspoken competition, in the sense that you have slots for about 8 people, you have slots for about 6 people. You have to measure who has the upper hand when it comes to the popularity, so that you know who makes the cut.
Yeah.
So if, for example, you want to be able to determine who is popular in terms of the works that they have done, you want to evaluate what we call music consumption. How has music been consumed within the year under review? The music consumption patterns clearly point to us what needs to be considered when it comes to who is popular or not. So, how is music being consumed? We have the on-demand, and then we are also we have the push and pull. Push coming from radio stations, television stations, and DJs at various events. The DJs is actually in between, because sometimes they can have requests, and then we have the pull, which is people actually making requests of songs that they want. So when it comes to all the streaming platforms, people actually go there and demand what they want. So they play the kind of music they want. All of these means put together determines how music is consumed. Now, the denoted version of what I have just said in terms of this plenty English is that we have streaming platforms where people are consuming music. It has come to replace what used to be physical sales of records. He mentioned at some point that they were collecting that particular information because it is an indication of what is being consumed. You understand? If people are purchasing X amount of cassettes,
meaning
it means that they are consuming it,
unless
they are buying and going to throw it away. But if they are purchasing that, then the logic in that particular sense simply means that they are consuming. If people are going online to stream a particular song,
meaning
then it means they are consuming it. They like it. If DJs are telling you that a particular song is creating excitement because we hold that committee sessions, then it should at the end of the day, listen. If you have people doing their dipstick research in the various regions and telling you which songs are banging on the streets, it means that at the end of the day, it is working. If you have done your radio monitoring and you've seen that songs are topping the charts, then at the end of the day, it means there are songs that are being pushed out there. And obviously, because the radio stations will believe that DJs are listening to what people are supposed to be following, it means that there are songs that people like. Because you have DJ. You have to play songs that the people want. If you played some door song, go away. That kind of stuff. You may try a few times, but at the end of the day, too, there are songs. You maintain the songs on your playlist that
crowd
people
holding
want.
songs.
Exactly. So if you have all of this information, available to you. You work around it, and then you use that as the basis to determine whether somebody is really popular or not. And then when you finish, you determine the ranks, and then the ranks, those who don't fall in the cuts, they go off.
So you believe yes. Arnold's point is actually flawed when he pitches in the metrics, the numbers.
Yeah. So I don't get. He should be able to tell us break down popularity. Tell us how he wants to evaluate popularity. He shouldn't say generate excitement. What is excitement? He should tell us how he can evaluate excitement. He should tell us how he can evaluate popularity. Maybe we'll learn from him. But as of today, music patterns, when they change, you have to be abreast of and with changes that are happening within the music space and work with it. I don't believe that anybody within the space of music, those who submit records, who are being considered, have given.
Sorry,
yeah.
I wanted to, when Robert was speaking, I wanted to ask a question. This thing is very, very serious. Yeah, I like where the conversation is going, but it's deeper. So check this out. If Black Sherif has more streaming numbers than anybody in a specific
category, automatically he stands a chance of winning.
Yeah.
But then there's also a voting
Hold on.
I wanted the conversation to flow. But if we don't take care, we'll be
please let me just ask
certain
this
assumptions that doesn't
so
work.
let me ask this question
Yeah,
just before. I'm saying if Black Sherif is in a specific category and he has all the numbers than everybody else, votes has to come in.
Academy.
So is it fair? Is it fair that a Sarkodie wins over Black Sherif if the Academy and everybody votes for Sarkodie and don't vote for Blacko, who has all the streams?
I think it's the shortlisting part of it that is where the
so that is
the shortlisting part of it.
So what Bulldog is saying is a stage after shortlisting.
Okay.
Bulldog is talking about how we select our winners.
That's that's exactly I'm also talking about.
But that's a different conversation.
That was an example I gave.
Yeah,
that whole Black Sherif stuff was an example I gave for the winning side.
Yeah, we get you.
Yes.
But that's another level. The first level is what goes into somebody being nominated.
Yeah.
The second level is you have the people who have topped the charts. Whether airplay, TV, radio, whatsoever, you have all of that. You've done your dipstick, you've checked from the various regions who is banging. You've gotten information from DJs who are playing here and there, they've given you filler. You have your Academy members spread across the country who have shared with you the songs that are banging. Okay, good. So now you have that information, and then you've used that. You put all together, the mix, and then you determine who makes the list. Now you
to that category.
Yes, to that category. Then you throw it back to the public, the Academy, and the board to make a decision as to who they think the winner is. That is what Bulldog is talking about. That
it's important to me.
Yes, we'll
that's conversation that one.
Yes, it's a serious conversation. Now, secondly, I think, and again, as I said here, I want to suggest something, and I'm sure maybe because the PR is here, he'll note it and also share it with the board. You just spoke about TikTok. That song was very huge on TikTok, right? The Funny Form.
Extremely big.
Now, TikTok isn't part of streams.
Yes.
You can be very huge on TikTok and will not
reflect on
stream.
Yeah.
Now with social media.
Yes. So I don't know whether the scheme is ready to say
to enhance
and say we are giving we're giving a category for these songs that hits here.
Yeah.
So where you came in and said, the people on the ground, I understand that, but this is different.
The song might be a big song on TikTok, and it will not necessarily transform.
So this, I only say Chatterhouse need to communicate some more.
Yeah.
Then people will understand some of these things. Then even no matter how much they communicate, we will still have issues. But I'm sure the communication will help us. You understand?
What up, my people? I go by the name T-Ram, aka the stylish rapper, aka Conscious, aka Fire, aka what I say, BBB. You watching Davcadotv. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere. Alright.